looks just like the scene of Scarface, the chainsaw scene at that shitty motel. This is a nice area though. Same road though. That is the Atlantic Ocean. That's it. The edge of America. Can't go any more east. That's it. A1A, baby. The nightclub there is closed down. It's late night. Miami Vice style, baby. We got the all new Circle of Life. Can you see it? Can you see it? We'll walk on the lights later. Oh, here you go. Someone's driving. So we're going to get some light. Here we go. Right, here we go. That was not as exciting as I thought it would be. Anyways, Robusto. I could have got it in 3 sizes. Well, one of the 3. Anyways, there was Robusto, Toro, and Gordo. They call it Gigante. Anyways, real full pack. Real hard pack. Being with this kind of blend, looking at it, I was like, kind of should probably judge it in its strongest version. I don't know why. There was a 54 6-gauge, 6x6 Toro, so fat Toro, and then Gordo, and this was 5x52. I said, if it was the same gauge, like 6x52, I was like, all right, shouldn't be that much variable, a little bit, but let me judge it in its truest intent, and then we'll take it from there. It is an EP Carrillo cigar. It's the first West Tampa cigar, not made in Nicaragua. It is made in Dominican Republic at EP Carrillo. So this is an EP Carrillo cigar. I think I paid $13 Florida, which is like $27 New York. And that being said, so we were talking about Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro wrapper, which is that the same wrapper they put on the pledge? I don't know. Then we got an Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and then we're gonna get some Dominican and a lot of Nicaraguan in the filler. So let's get this cut up, light up, and we'll smoke the cigar as we're hanging out on the A1. Let's go under the light right now. Let's see here, baby. All right, full pack. We're going some retro lighting here. Feels like I'm in the 1970s. Shit, do people still have Bush right now? Anyways, looks strong. It's EP Carrillo. It's fucking rustic as fuck, too. Fucking manly looking cigar. Let's go. Fuck to you. I'll say it again. Gio, go fuck yourself. Anyways, we're here smoking this great cigar. I gotta say, this thing is burning fast, the root. I gotta say, this thing is a dark cigar. I gotta say, it's quite strong. I gotta say, it's quite heavy. I gotta say, it's quite powerful. It doesn't disappoint. West Tampa, as Rick Rodriguez is known for making, not like crazy blow your chocha strong cigars, but they're generally on the fuller, stronger, heavier, darker side. This is an EP Carrillo. The question is, when you have situations like this, and we talked about this, like whether it's Tatuaje or other brands where a sanctioned cigar, even AJ Fernandez, like Monte Cristo, a cigar under license, meaning make my cigar for me. Gurkha does all the time, where the brand itself, West Tampa, did not make this cigar. They subbed it out, subcontract. So the question is, when these things happen, Is it better just to get an E.P. Carrillo cigar? And would your money go further by just cutting out the middleman? How could you say it wouldn't? Because how would E.P. Carrillo make a better E.P. Carrillo cigar for West Tampa than themselves? They would never do that. Maybe they would make an equal cigar. Even if E.P. Carrillo made an equal cigar for West Tampa to their own quality, meaning blends and profiles, how could it be at the same price though? Because they got to make their money for making the cigar. Now they don't have to sell it though. West Tampa has to sell it, and so West Tampa is going to make their money too. But then the cigar shop's going to make their money. So the question is a $13 Florida West Tampa cigar made by E.P. Carrillo, and how E.P. Carrillo is going to make money, and West Tampa is going to make money, and Florida's going to make. I mean, the Florida shop's got to make their money by adding in extra hands. How are we getting a better cigar? Forget about worse. But how are we going to? It's not going to be better. Meaning, if you had $13, if you see the store, the La Astoria, this cigar is not better than Astoria. It's not better than the Pledge. And I'm not against like when companies work together and collab. There's been some really cool blends, especially like a short term, like the Gurkha Oliva. That was the best Oliva I ever had, still to date. The Gurkha Oliva Dragon wasn't a Gurkha cigar. That was a special edition Oliva cigar. That was phenomenal. The point is this. It's a strong, dark cigar, quite spicy. But the profile seems a little too aggressive, and it's almost deeming on the word harsh. And I don't mean it like trying to be a dick. If you just want to, if you're zooming out and go, I just want a strong cigar, bro. Sure, it's a strong cigar. There's other strong cigars at this price point I would have had. At $13 from Florida, I can get a Padron 64 Principe. Maduro. I'm not going to go on the list of what I could have gotten. The point is, though, as a new blend, can I recommend this cigar? Sure, it's working. It's smoking fine. Great draw, great burn. It's E.P. Carrillo. And maybe what I'm doing is not fair, meaning, yo, Richie, just review the cigar. And I get that. But when companies sub out to a reputable brand, someone else besides them, a lot of things come up. Maybe if it's better, for example, if E.P. Carrillo makes a better cigar for West Tampa, then you got to go, why would you smoke the regular West Tampas? All new West Tampas should be E.P. Carrillo made. For example, if you never liked Monte Cristos because they were too weak, and then they started subbing them out to Plasencia and AJ Fernandez, just what happened. Not all of them, but a lot of the new stuff over the past 10 years. Well, maybe now you only want to smoke AJ Fernandez Monte Cristo. So therefore, you don't like Monte Cristo. You like Monte Cristo by AJ. In a way, when you open up for someone else to make a cigar for you, it's a cut position. It's like there's you fucking your woman, and then there's you subbing out the fucking to someone else. You know, you're there, but you didn't do it. You're just watching and condoning it. And taking some of the credit. Maybe you pay for the hotel room and the drinks. But having someone else make a cigar for you, when you're not saying if you don't have a brand. For example, if you don't have a brand, and you say, AJ, I want to start a brand. Make me cigars, but this is the blend I want. That's not cut, because you don't have a farm or factory. But if you already have an established brand, and you're making stuff for years, and then you get someone bigger than you, and you're like, you know what? Make me a cigar for me. If that works out, though, then the way nobody wants you no more. They want you by them. Does that make any sense? It'd be like if your wife started calling you a different name. You're still banging her, but she wants you thinking of someone else. We've all been there where you, in your mind, you think of another person. It happens. It happens. That's called chocha gouge, where in your mind you're gouging and you'd rather have something else. It happens. I think men are more honest about it. Do I love this cigar? No. Would I buy this cigar again? The Circle of Life? No. Is it a bad cigar? No. I find it though kind of sharp, kind of a little too aggressive. The Pledge is a better cigar than this, and it's the same price. The La Historia is better than this, and it's the same price. It's got a good amount of red pepper on top of the black pepper. Let's hold that smoke one time. There's a little bit of raw sugar in the background, which is making it a little nicer. It's not like I hate this cigar. I guess I want to go. Maybe the lighting is making me go into in depth. I'm going back to old school Richie, where I'm using what do you say? My surroundings. But just think when you buy stuff, when you have a brand that it worked with Monte Cristo, it worked with Altatus. Altatus has their own stuff. But then they cucked out to Plasencia and they cucked out to Asia. Well, why did they stop there? Why don't they cuck out to someone else though? Or Davidoff? Why do we have a Monte Cristo by Davidoff? I don't have an answer on that. So not a bad cigar. There is a little bit of milk chocolate, a little bit of raw sugar, but in the profile, it's a very minute. It is like 85% darkness. It's rather dark, and there is a little bit of sweetness, which is redeeming on this. There's not a lot of sweetness though. Within that portfolio, a lot of dark earth, a lot of black pepper, a lot of red pepper. But that's just the notes. It's kind of like, oh, it's got a guitarist, it's got a singer, it's got a xylophone, it's got a saxophone player, it's got a fucking drummer, bass player, keyboard. It's a band. Sure, it's got instruments. Do they play well together? Do they have a hit? Do they have more than one hit? It's a good album. Does the band have a message? My point is though, so like, flavor is like a musical instrument. It's part of it. It's not everything. It's all those things combined. You know, it's everything combined. And combined, this is another great cigar. I'd rather smoke other West Tampas than this. I'm just gonna be honest. I know this is the new one. This is a new West Tampa, which is a new BP Carrillo. So maybe you're going, oh, it's got to be better, right? It's not the case. Each cigar is an individual court case. It's like a reset. Every time you make a new, if you already have a good brand, a good reputation, but every time you make a new blend, you open yourself up. You are vulnerable. You are vulnerable. Meaning you could add another great cigar and have more depth, more range. You also open yourself up to hurting your reputation. Or just into that rocky level of why. Rocky should just make cigars called Why Not? Okay, I respect it for that. We got a new blend. What is it? Who cares? And why not? That's Rocky. Good construction, good draw, good burn, good ash. But West Tampa didn't need this profile. And I get it, it is an EP Carrillo. But for $13, this cigar, and that's Florida pricing, this cigar is not up to snuff to EP Carrillo Pledge. Remember, there's a middleman. And even if there wasn't a middleman, I'm telling you right now, if this was a regular EP Carrillo without a middleman, dropping the ash, this is not as good as the Pledge or the Allegiance or the... You get what I'm trying to say? Fuck, what these bitches want from Richie? It's a good cigar, but it's at the end of the day, it's just okay. It's forgettable. It's band. Even the band's kind of lazy. The way they glue on it, it just rips off the entire band. So that was did they not test when they removed the band? They're like, well, so what could go wrong? Literally, as you remove this band, it just destroys itself. So it's got that going for it. It's a cheap band. It's a cheap fucking band. It's alright, but it's cheap. Good draw though, good burn. Almost open. I don't want to even talk about this cigar anymore. I'm not coming back. I'm done. I'm not pissed. But once again,
every time a brand makes a new blend, it's like going before a judge, making a case. If it's a great case, maybe the jury will agree with you. But at the same time, if it's not only a jury, the judge might give you a warning and say, don't waste my fucking time in this court. Next time you better have a more solid case. So in this case, this blend, it's not a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. But EP Carrillo is a serious, respected brand. Blender, factory. And I'm just not digging this cigar. Not just by individual notes, but the whole thing combined. Kind of dirty, kind of too gritty, and kind of too spicy and dark. And with all that combined, I don't mind it being strong. I don't mind a spicy cigar. I don't mind a dark, spicy, strong cigar. About $13, Florida. It's not fitting. That's an expensive cigar. I could have smoked. Shit, I bought a work of art for $10. $10 and change today. Hemingway Maduro, work of art. $2.50 cheaper than this? Oh, that's a better cigar. So that's all I'm saying, though. I'm very fair when I review cigars. I'm very fair. I don't just say something sucks because it sucks. This doesn't suck. One, it's not worth the money. At $13 Florida, there's other cigars I could have had. By even West Tampa or EP Carrillo. That's the zoomed in, that's the easiest comparison. Then we can zoom out and be selective on all the companies and brands. But if you're making something that's not even as good as your other cigars at the same price or more than the price, what the fuck are we doing now? Imagine you go to a hotel and you're like, yeah, we booked this room. And they're like, well, would you like an upgrade? Yeah. Well, it's another, $50 a night. Sure, what do we get? Well, you get the same shit. That's not an upgrade, it's a downgrade. And what if they said, hey, would you like an upgrade? Yeah, it's $50 more a night. What do we get? Well, actually, instead of 2 sinks, we're going to give you 1 sink. But it's a whole new package, though. Just because something's new, a new blend, a new profile, doesn't mean it's going to be good or great. It could be shit. This isn't shit, but it's not great. It's just above good. 4.2. EP Carrillo. West Tampa. This was a waste of time. 2 reputable brands. West Tampa I respect. EP Carrillo I really respect. In some ways I love his brand. This was a waste of my motherfucking time. And I'm glad I put out the content for you. Great location, can't be mad. Don't hate the player, hate the game, motherfucker. Full strength, almost 90% darkness. Border in the line of harsh. Too dirty, too gritty. I don't mind a strong dark cigar. I like Camacho Chip Maduro. But this is, I really can't recommend it. Go ahead, try one if you want, but it's not really recommended. It's working well. Maybe if you let it sit for 2 to 3 years. Just where it's at now, the cigar is too dirty and gritty. It is. And its price point compared to its immediate competitors within the West Tampa, the West Tampa Black, the White, whatever the other fucking ones, I don't remember the names. I enjoy those all more than this. And then, compared to everything EP Carrillo makes, the same price point, give or take up and down $2 and down, let's say $2. I would take the Pledge, La Astoria, all those things are better than this. So then what the fuck are we doing then? What is this, like a relationship? Your first, year dating a girl, everything's great, you're having sex 2-3 times a week. She respects you, laughing, you guys watch shows together, and then as time goes on, the cost is the same, or maybe the costs go up, and then you're like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying though? So it's like, EP Carrillo's been a long time. West Tampa's been around for a couple of years now. I feel like over 3 years, maybe 4 years, maybe more. Maybe he's going on his 5th year. And Rick Rodriguez? He's a serious cigar guy. He's been around a long time. Before that, under General, I feel like under CAO a lot. Maybe he worked with Particles too. I know CAO. I digress. This cigar was a mistake. It wasn't like complete failure, but both companies could have done a lot better. This should have been an $8 Florida's price, and even then I wouldn't recommend it. They'd be like, oh, well, it's a lower mid-tier price point in 2025. Fuente Work of Art is still under $11 here. Maduro, that's a superior cigar for less. So, in a way, when you're comparing cigars, it's just not what's better. It's what is someone else doing for the same or less. Or maybe just a little more. You know, at this price, $13, for about $1 to $2 more, I can go smoke Anejo or VSG in Florida. That would have been superior. So at less, equal, or more, I can't really defend this cigar, and I won't. And I won't ever buy this cigar again. However, though, next time EP Carrillo or West Tampa makes another cigar, maybe I will check it out. I will judge each cigar individually. I hope next time they give me a better case so I can defend it and recommend it. I can't really defend this. You're not really, don't take this one to trial. Cop a plea on this one. It's okay. It's way too gritty and dirty for this price point. By EP Carrillo. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? We just had a great EP Carrillo for La Gloria Cubana last month. Not even 2 weeks ago. I forget the name of it. The Glorioso or something like that? The Glory Hole? That was like $7 Pennsylvania. That was a fucking banger. That was a fucking banger. So this blend was just poor choice. I don't like this cigar. 4.2, it works well, made well. Now it's windy out, so the burn going a little off, that's no big deal. It's because we're high wind on the Atlantic Ocean. But no, guys, I mean, there's better cigars below, equal, and higher than this from both brands and everyone else. Don't waste your fucking money. I'd pass this cigar, but I'm still gonna give it a 4.2. Just an average cigar. But the price point, no value. And we're talking about lounge pricing. We start comparing things to the internet, heavy cigar, dude. You can get on Cigar Page. You can get a lot of Astorias. It's like $5, $6 a piece on the internet. Cigar Page. That's a whole nother category. I try to compare it really just to MSRP, Florida or PA prices. Once we start going Pennsylvania Cigar Page prices, I just have a separate channel just for what cigars to recommend on the internet. Because that's a whole nother ballgame. I can't defend this cigar. I stand by it. Pass on this. I also stand by what I said. No cigars in prison. Nothing you want. Also, I stand by. Gee, go fuck yourself.